Hey YouTube, Dan here from EAPFilmsOfficial and welcome to an exciting vlog show. Today we make a 4-layer rainbow cake. Put the oven on to around 150 degrees Celsius in a fan oven. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out 233 grams of caster sugar. The reason why it's such a random number as 233 is because it's based on a 6-layer cake, which is 350 grams. So what we did, we decided to divide the 350 by 6 and times by 4, which gives us 4 layers worth. Is the math that we've worked out. That'll do. I'm a gram over, but who's counting? Look what's left. There's almost nothing left. You could probably make a sandwich with that. Breaking the butter up so it makes it easy to mix. And then we'll be measuring out the flour, self-raising flour. Also 233 grams worth. And it's also good advice, if you plan on doing this, not to put the butter in the fridge at all. We bought this straight from the supermarket, left it out all night, and it's a good texture. Next stage is to measure out 233 grams of self-raising flour. Now, the flour comes in the mixture a little later, so I'm just, at the moment, apart from making a mess, just measuring out like this, and then once I get ready to put in the mixture, I will sieve it. So the next stage is to mix the sugar and the butter into the bowl until it becomes a smooth mixture. Just dump in the sugar, all 233 G's, and probably all the butter in one go. And then just mix it all in into your whisk.
Job done. Next.
This whisk is broken. So the next step is to add in 4 large eggs and 233 grams of sifted self-raising flour. And now we're just going to sift the flour into the butter and sugar. And that's sieved very quickly. And now we're whisking all the ingredients together until we've got a nice, smooth, cakey texture. So next we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder to the mixture. There's one, and there's the other. So once you've added in the baking powder, the next step is to add 2/3 of a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then add that to the mixture. Yum. So the next step is to measure out 4 equal portions into different mixing bowls so that you can add all the food colouring, make all your layers, and then they go into the baking tins for baking. So now we're going to measure 233 grams in this bowl. If you go a gram over, it doesn't really matter. Just roughly as close as you can, 4 equal shares. So I've got 234 grams, so that'll do for one. So we have here some red edible gel that we're going to use for the colours of the cakes. We're going to collect 1/4 of a teaspoon and dump it in the mixture. So once you have your final mixture, all you got to do is pour it into your baking tray and then whack it in the oven. Simply use the back of the spoon to help spread it across the base of the baking tin and try and even the mixture out as much as you can. All you have to do is repeat the process for the next 3 layers. We've got yellow, green and purple. Okay, so next we take each of our trays of cake mixture, put it in the oven for between, I don't know, 10 and 60 minutes. Keep checking to make sure it's not burning. And hopefully in around 50 minutes time, we'll get ourselves a nice couple of layers of cakes. So now we just check with the oven glove. Oh. We now check with the oven glove whether they're done, and from the looks of it, it looks pretty darn good. Well, apparently, according to Abby, we're going to have to waft this cool. Personally, I would stick it on a wire rack to cool down, so it's entirely up to you how you want to cool your buns. So now I'm going to turn out the cakes onto a flat surface to cool, and then we can start icing. Turning out the green one. Turning out the yellow one. And finally the red one. So now that we've turned out all our cakes onto the flat surfaces, we'll now wait for them to cool down. Once they're cool, we can get our buttercream flavour frosting to create our layers, and then we can ice the cake. So now all our cake layers are cool, we're going to add the buttercream to each layer and then start stacking them ready for the final product. So now we've buttercreamed all 4 bases, now time to stack. Then we gently add the green layer, then we add on the yellow layer, and finally the red. So now we've got all of our layers stacked, we're now going to buttercream all around the sides and the top. So we've now placed the buttercream all over the cake. It is very soft, so we're going to put it into the fridge to harden up a bit. So now we have the bright and bold mix. We have little sprinkles, we have small balls, and we have big balls. And I think I speak for most people where they prefer to have the big balls. So let's begin the sprinkle. Get a load of balls in my hand. Oops, dropped a few there, that's fine. And then we make a mess all over the kitchen. So now the cake's all done, all that's left to do is to cut it and eat it. So here's the final piece. As you can see, a lovely multicoloured sponge with buttercream on the 3 layers, a nice coating with sprinkles. So now it's time to test it. Ooh, it's very soft. The sponge tastes really good. The frosting gives it a nice juicy flavour. So that was our multi-layered cake vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And cut!